Hi, I'm Annalou, and today we're going to be looking at square numbers. The learning objectives set by Edexcel for Level 1 for square numbers are that understanding that a square number means multiplying the number by itself and recalling times tables to work out the squares of up to two-digit numbers. The key words for today's session are exponent. Now, an exponent is a mathematical term for how many times a number is multiplied by itself. Index. Index notation is how a number is written. We're going to be looking at that in a moment. Times tables are our multiplication tables, and to multiply is looked at in a separate lesson where we look at how to multiply using several different methods. The most common misconception with square numbers is not understanding that the exponent are related to multiplication. So 3 to the power of 2 means 3 times 3, not 3 times 2. So this is known as index notation. So that number there that's written at subscript 2 is showing us the index notation. So that's 3 to the power of 2. That is written in index notation. This little 2 is our exponent. So that's what's telling us how many times we need to multiply that 3 by itself. So a square number means a number multiplied by itself, and the square root is the opposite of the square number. So let's have a look and see. So 4 squared is 4 multiplied by 4. So it's 16. So this diagram is showing you why that's a square number, because it's showing you that 4 times 4, if we added them up, that would get us to 16. So let's look at our square numbers. You'd be expected to recall up to 12 squared. So now 1 squared means 1 times 1, and 1 times 1 is 1. So 2 squared means 2 times 2, and 2 times 2 gives us 4. 3 squared is 3 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 4 squared is 4 times 4, which gives us 16. So 5 squared is 5 times 5, which gives us 25. 6 squared is 6 times 6, which gives us 36. 7 squared is 7 times 7, which gives us 49. 8 squared is 8 times 8, which gives us 64. 9 squared is 9 times 9, which gives us 81. 10 squared is 10 times 10, which gives us 100. 11 squared is 11 times 11, which gives us 121. And 12 squared is 12 times 12, which gives us 144. So these are our square numbered 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81, 100, 121 and 144. These are something that we'd be expected to learn. We need to know that 12 squared is 144. We should learn these. We might get asked other things, so we might get asked to actually work something out. So we need to understand that that index notation, that exponent, means that that is that number multiplied by itself. The exponent is telling us how many times. So if that was a different number, which will be looked at in later lessons, so if it was, say, 10 to the power of 3, that exponent is telling us that that means 10 times 10 times 10. So that exponent tells us how many times to times the number by itself. So you're expected to know your square numbers. So the opposite of a square is known as a square root. So if you saw the notation of this, that is telling us that it wants the square root of 16. So what multiplied by itself gives us 16? So the square root of 16 would be 4, which is why we're expected to have learned these so that we can easily identify square roots. So just to summarise, these are our square numbers. It is something you are expected to learn. And a square number is a number multiplied by itself. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.